guys, Submoto here. So what does it look like I'm riding? I'm riding a Suzuki Marauder 250, and no, it is not mine. This thing I guess it just is. So my buddy, this is my buddy's bike. He actually doesn't ride that much, but he bought this bike a while back, and I guess he hasn't ridden as much as he'd like to, and he's gonna sell it. So we're just taking it out for a spin, just make sure it runs fine and everything's okay on the bike. I did like a mechanical check on it. So he's riding my bike. He's behind me. I don't know if you can see him in the mirrors there. Yeah, so he's riding Little Lucy. Oh, by the way, my SR's name is Little Lucy. I asked my 6-year-old goddaughter, and she's like, well, what's her name? I'm like, I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to give her a name then. And she's like, oh, well, she's I guess she's Little Lucy. And I asked her, well, what's the other bike's name? And her name is Isabella, apparently. So leave it to the 6-year-olds to name your bikes. Anyway, so yeah, so this bike, it seems like all the cruisers I've ever sat on, my butt starts hurting because you're kind of sitting on your tailbone. To me, a Café Racer, or even like a sport bike, is actually more comfortable than a cruiser if you learn how to use your back right. Obviously, you got to have back muscles for that. If you're like an old fart, no offense to all you old farts out there, you know, then obviously if you have back problems and shit, then that's not going to be your way to go. Yeah, and even on Little Lucy, my SR, she's not that good at long distances either, because that's, you know, again, that's maybe I just have a weak tailbone. I don't know. The cool thing about a Café Racer and what I did with mine is you decide how you sit. That's it. If you want clip-ons on your, you know, you can get different kinds of clip-ons that are kind of higher than the low ones, like the ones I have, and you decide. Since you're building the bike, you get to decide where your feet are going to be at. You know, I put rear sets on there that were specifically designed to my length of legs. If you do it right, it can be really, really comfortable to sit on. So yeah, I just wanted to share this experience with you of riding a Suzuki Marauder 250. I will say, she is kind of fun, but not as fun as mine. And you know, I love the spiffiness of 250s, the ease. They're so light, nimble, and you know, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, 250s are for girls. No, they're not. They're, you know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can get out of a 250 that you can't get on a bigger bike. The you know, the maneuverability is just unparalleled, and I can definitely recommend getting a 250 if you live in a city. You know, don't get all butthurt about like, oh yeah, well it's not cool to ride the 250, because it's you know, who cares? And one of my favorite bikes is a Ninja 250, and the new Ninja 300 is amazing. I mean, that bike just has you know, that extra piece of power that the Ninja 250 doesn't have. Seating position is comfortable. You know, people ridden, you know, grown-ups, older people, old farts have ridden from one end of Europe to the other, and you know, from America to Alaska, whatever, on Ninja 250s. You know, those bikes, they're made to last. They're fun and nimble, and you get around corners a lot faster than you would on a lot of big bikes. So you know, don't hate on the 250s, man, because they're pretty awesome. But that being said, I also do enjoy the power of the 550. And granted, you know, my 550 doesn't have all that much power. It's like, what, 57 horsepower is not that much, really. But still, it just has like a different kind of feel to it. And yeah, and maybe one day I will get a bike that's, you know, I was even thinking about making building a Café Racer out of like a newer bike with like tons of power, just to have a bike that has that crazy performance. Ooh, what a pretty bike! Where did you get it? So yeah, and then, you know, to have a bike that's a lot faster and has all that performance. If I could build a Café Racer out of a CBR 600RR or something, or like a Fireblade, or you know, I would. But the problem is those bikes, the frames are all wrong, so there's just no way, and it would kind of defeat the purpose anyway. So so I don't think that would be feasible. But you know, a lot of Café Racers are built on XJRs and stuff like that, like newer bikes, and those look freaking amazing. Here's a picture of one. This is called the Monkey Fist, I think it's called, and I just completely fell in love with this bike. Wow, it has like 120 horsepower, I think it is. It's won like races and crap. It's like, yeah. Anyway, I just want to share that experience with you of riding this bike, and talking a little about, rambling on about Café Racers, and admiring my bike in the rearview mirror. So remember to subscribe and ride, and I'll catch you all later.